Whoa, whoa, whoa. What up, people? Man, Yak Chicago's finest. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Man, I just wanted to tap in, man, and, spit a little, spit some real shit. Spit a little knowledge to the people, you dig? Man, I had a little situation today, man, and I had to, put my 2 cents in, and, man, it came out pretty good, man. So, man, I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes, man, and we gonna chop it up. Damn, apologize about that, man. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Jack Chicago's finest. What's up with the people today, man, this evening? Man, I had a few different topics I was gonna talk about, but then I had a situation, man, where one of my partners, man, that somebody I know called me up, man, and they was having a little slight with another party that I know, man. They called me to basically I was like a little mediator. And man, luckily, you know what I mean? Good for everybody involved, man. It turned out to be some chill shit. So man, that was a blessing on all of that, man. It wasn't just me, man. It was everybody involved, everybody willing to sit back and have an open dialogue. That's usually how it works. As long as you can stop for a minute and man, take a breather, man, and converse like motherfucking men. Because no matter what organization or what gang you under, whatever faction you representing, at the end of the day, everybody is men, man, you know? And that's why I was sitting there, I'm like, man, a lot of people be talking about you can't tell these shorties what to do. Can't nobody tell these shorties, man, to stop sliding, to stop stepping, you know what I mean? And it's like, man, nobody's gonna be able to, you ain't gonna stop everything, of course not. That's not being realistic with yourself or the situation in general. No, but you can, if you got a voice, you can be a part of slowing it down for a minute, pumping the brakes. Where man, that'll prevent some mass destruction. You know what I mean? And that's the part, man. That's the part people be taking for granted, and that's why I be hating to hear when you get a lot of these guys come on here talking about how big of a position they held and you know what I mean, what they ranking and shit is on these different gangs. Because if you was an organization, your word would be something else. So it's like, man, if I'm just giving a little advice. If your name is good and you're a respected member of said organization, if something come across your table, you should be able to call a sit down between, you know what I mean, even minded partners on both sides. And if you're respected enough like you should be, if you're out here praising how your name ring bells, you should be able to call a sit down about a situation where everybody that's there respect the mediator in this. So where ain't no bullshit gonna happen, to where everybody gonna come in and respect each other and agree to disagree and try to come to a neutral understanding that'll keep a whole dude's bodies from dropping. If you're not in a position to be able to do that, well, anybody said you're gonna be able to stop. Nobody's gonna be able to stop everything. But if you are a so-called respected member, like you say you are, you should be able to slow certain things down. It shouldn't just be the whole kill, murder that's going on in a lot of these hoods. if it's these so-called members that's free on these streets and in these communities, man, you should better slow some of this shit down. You ain't gonna better stop everything. No, that's not even reality. But you should be able to slow some of this stuff down. Cause we gotta start somewhere, have to start. And ain't nothing wrong with using your voice as a chill pill. You know what I mean? As a chill pill. Stop walking around here using your voice to tell these dudes you gotta go to prison and get these big boy numbers behind you to be considered an official member. That's false, that's bullshit, and that's a straight up lie. You know what I'm saying? We need to start going back to the basic and the roots of what these organizations, man, was created for, what these organizations was put in instruction for, what it was put in your areas for. The 5 P's, proper preparation, prevent poor performance. That applies to everything, man. That applies to everything. And we gotta go to the roots of a lot of this shit, man. And a lot of the reality is, a lot of us come from broken homes. A lot of us come from poor cribs. A lot of us come from, man, not having a whole bunch of nothing. So now, the first line of defense, first line of survival is hitting the block. You know what I mean? Hitting the block. Because if you're hungry, you ain't got nothing nothing decent to put on your clothes, put on your back. Man, ain't nobody trying to do nothing. If your belly starving and you look like a piece of shit, you ain't going to get that education. That's off the rip. You know what I mean? So this where we gotta start trying to get back to the roots of this. Before these shorties even hit, before they hit the streets, we had to get back to the roots of a lot of this shit, man. And man, before they get out there, make sure they able to eat something, make sure they able to go to school looking decent, and then they better sit down and consume some of that education, man. And we got to start realizing that's the basics of this shit. But the basics of it really carries a lot of weight. It holds a lot of weight. But we not even realizing that shit, man. And we got to stop. Let's start showing these kids something, a way to generate some survival tactics, / income that's gonna carry them past just these first couple of years, and then they ass locked the fuck up. Man, a lot of these kids got a lot of bright ideas, man. Press up y'all some T's, man, and keep them in your trunk. Show these shorties how to generate some wealth off of their own knowledge. Some basic shit. You hear all of them rapping now. All of them got certain terminologies they use. Slap that shit on the t-shirt, man, and keep a trunk full of them t-shirts wrapped up. And man, put your fucking stamp on the inside of them t-shirts, large / up and up, whatever. And that's your quality. That's your shit. We gotta start showing these kids how to be educated on business, everything ain't gotta be an illegal dollar, man. Everything don't have to be in a legal dollar. You might have to do that from the jump. But man, transition that legal dollar into a legal dollar, because man, that shit out there ain't gonna last forever. And you gonna have the days that you gonna get good ain't gonna amount to the years of bad that comes off of that shit. And that's just a reality, man. And we gotta stop giving out these false bravado shit, these false fucking dreams that we get of these shorties, man, and start looking at them in reality, man, and speaking the truth to them. There's too many of us old cats, man, that the so-called OGs, man, that ain't been OGs, man. Y'all been old niggas that's sending a lot of shorties that respect you off on dummy missions, man. And that's how I look at it. And I ain't afraid to tell nobody that's what you're doing. And too many of us afraid to have a voice. Too many of us afraid to man, tell these shorties, man, the proper guidance that you should be telling them as a whole head, man. If you still telling these kids, man, to go off on a dummy mission, man, and go hang themselves, man, shouldn't nobody be acknowledging you as one of the founding members? Shouldn't nobody be acknowledging you as one of the OGs? None of that, man. Because you said, nigga, you the op. You know what I mean? You been the op for real. Cause you said, man, You get them the 52 fake out, man, and that shit, that's not what we supposed to be doing, man. Especially as an OG. And everybody want to make, because everything now is gang gang. Everything gang gang. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we got to start looking at this shit for, it's 2023, man. And the reality of it is, man, Rick, what up, man? What up? Blessings to you and yours as well, man. And the reality of it, man, that's what they dealing with. So we can't pretend like that's not what they dealing with, man. But we got to start putting out the proper message. If they gonna represent that, man, you older cats, man, you founded members, man, force feed what they supposed to be representing to them. You know what I'm saying? Force feed down their throat, man, what it was created for. You know what I mean? Now, if you're not living by that, if you ain't living by them same standards, yeah, it's gonna be hard for you to be the one to promote that. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is, man, if they gonna go down that lane, and you sitting there, you getting the claim of fame off you one of them founding members XYZ, man, you should also be promoting what them founding members created this shit for. Man, you might have to do this, shorty, this kind of way, because it's real hot out here right now, but make sure you think about this way, because proper preparation, you know what I'm saying? That's what we was originally trying to do. Man, somebody gotta not be afraid to tell them that, man, you ain't got to be heartless, man, to be considered a stand-up man, man. You know what I'm saying? Where did we become? The promotion now is men gotta be so heartless, so rah-rah, so ice creamed all the time, man. There's more emotions in us, man, than just walking around ready to hurt something, man. It's okay to smile and it's okay to give a motherfucker a pass. It's okay to have, man, to let your heartstrings, man, play sometimes, man, for real. And that don't make you less than a man. That's actually making you a complete man. But, man, everybody nuts too dragging too hard to be able to say that, right? I don't feel no type of way for just saying that. And I ain't lost no stripes, man, and I ain't tucked no testicles. You feel me? Hey, come on, man. We got to start keeping it real, man. Or what are we out here? Stop talking about you trying to make a change and you want things to change. If you ain't willing to put forth no effort for a change, or you part of that fucking lighter fluid that you putting on that fire to keep it just like it is. You know what I mean? Be real with yourself. Stop putting on the face just because you on this little YouTube shit. Cause, man, I see so many brothers on here, man, it's just they glorify how many years they did. They glorify how many cuttings they had. They glorify how many niggas they done stomped out, this, that, and the third. But, man, I don't see you glorifying enough of these sit-downs, enough of these ways of showing these shorty how to legitimize and make some legit money. You know what I'm saying? Enough, man. How many foundations you done put together in your neighborhood giving some of these shorties, man, school supplies, shit like that. That's big boy OG shit to me. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't doing none of that, man, we probably need to be a little more humble and a little more hush around here, for real. You know what I mean? Might need to be minute, because what you represent, man, is false bravado, false representation, and you are the op. Just being for real, man. Because if you ain't trying to be a solution, you a problem, man. And man, I stand on that, and I don't bite my tongue about it. That's how I feel, and it is what it is, man. And I'm willing to stand on the gun line and say just that to whoever is involved, for real. But how everybody doing, man? I'm just, man. Y'all know me, man. I tap in and out. I ain't as consistent on here as I normally am or should be. But I'm working on getting I'm putting together my whole little podcast room right now, man, so I can have a lot of times I do my shit right in one of the cars, but I'm putting my whole room together, man, so I can definitely get on some consistent content. I just need it, man. We got some brothers on here, man, that's giving out a good voice, but I think, man, we need more brothers and sisters on here, man, that's putting out a real voice on here. You know what I'm saying? That's putting a real voice on here. And that's no knock or no slight on nobody, but I'm coming and talking about me. Our kids are truly the future, man. Yes, they is, right, man. We gotta stop acting like they're not, man. Because it's like, man, man. I was on Blow Dollars and them earlier, man, and they talking about the little school shooting and shit, man. And it's like, man, we gotta There's so much of stuff like that going on because, man, you don't know what a lot of these kids is lost and trying to figure shit out, man, and a lot of them on edge, man. And we are not being us as the adults, we not being a part of the solution for a lot of these shorties, and we don't even know where their head is at or how close to being over the edge that they is, man. Like for real, for real. And we got to start training our kids to stop following the trend. And if that bully gang shit is not cool, you don't have to be part of the little bully gang up in these schools with these kids. That's what we need to be promoting in our own kids, man. Just because they laughing at them don't mean you got to. Except if that shit ain't funny or nothing to laugh at. If you just straight hitting somebody with low blows, man, that ain't the way to fucking be. And it's okay to teach that shit to our kids, man. Respect goes a long way. And that should be the first thing we teaching our kids. Respect everybody and make sure you demand to be respected back. Period. No exceptions. Like, they're serious, man. We got to stop. We got to stop promoting the wrong thing to these kids. Stop allowing these kids to consume all the wrong shit in their mind, especially up in your household, man. That still is your household. For real, man. Man, you know me, I just be coming in trying to drop a few jewels, man, before I lay on down, man. And that's it, that's all, you know? But I hope everybody have a good one, man. Everybody keep pushing the words, man. Keep staying vigilant, keep staying on point, man. And stop being afraid to stand up for what you believe in. You feel me? Like, that's no joke, man. And that's all I'm gonna ride to the end on mine. Certain shit I don't like, certain shit I ain't gonna pretend like I do like it, because I don't have to, you dig? So, man, I'm just tapping in for a minute just to holler at the people, man. And I appreciate everybody that taps in with me. Y'all already know I never take it for granted. Never do I take it for granted. But, man, I'll definitely be back at y'all real soon, man. I just wanted to holler out to the people for a second, all right? So, man, like, subscribe, and share, man. Yeah, Chicago's finest. Appreciate y'all people, man. I definitely do. Holler back at your boy.